So guys, as promised, I thought I'd come back here and give you, look at that beautiful Bose Museum. You cannot fault. Look at the beauty of that compared to this beauty. So this is my Audi TT Mark 3. This is a 2016 plate. So it's fair few years old, 9 years old, getting on for 10 years, but it still holds its own. This is the S-Line Ultra Edition, so it is the TDI 2-litre variant, and it's got the I actually prefer that front grille with the straight lines, where I think the new ones now have all the honeycomb, which for me, for the Audi TT, that grille just is iconic to this car. It's just like this the actual fuel cap. I mean, this is the iconic thing I love about this car. They've kept that detail from the first Mark 1. So yeah, I'm on 19s. I want to change them wheels out, probably keep the same design, but I'm thinking probably go for a graphite grey or a light grey. Maybe we'll have to see a gunmetal grey, but we'll definitely have to see about what we're going to do about that. The car does need a good detail because of, I don't know if you can see it, it's really crimey. So we need to get that done, get it all detailed. There's some paint imperfections, which, to be fair, if a car of this age, you would expect. Some more than others, like here's a bit of a baddie, but we'll get all that repaired, get that sorted out in the near future. But look at that, how majestic is that? I feel like Bond in the Miss Fudgy Fanny, yeah. But there we go. So let's just jump into the car. So there we go, in the car. So, I mean, generally, the car itself, interior is, I mean, for a 9-year-old car, this feels very modern. I can't explain how modern this feels compared to other cars of a similar age in different categories. For me, this still by far is very modern. Now let's turn the car on. So this is a manual, and you see it starts up really nice. One thing I must say about this car that I've been really heavily impressed with is this virtual cockpit. I'm assuming this is on many other different variants of Audis, but this makes so much sense. This is so driver focused. It's so nice for a car to be so driver focused. And the actual, I think one of the things you're gonna have to touch on is the actual steering wheel. It's so nice. It's such an experience to handle the car with such a good steering wheel, and I love this flat bottom. It's great. The only time you want a flat bottom. but like I said, everything that the driver needs is right there in front of him. You know, you got your miles per gallon, and that also will indicate the gear that you're in, and also tell you what gear you should be in for the ultimate economical give back, as I would say. And obviously you've got your speedometer there as well. Many different menus, and you got your buttons here to go through different things, which I think is fantastic. And that's the real-time data there, 48.4 miles per gallon. I've done 234, and some of them have been reaching some good speeds, let's just say. Like I said, this car is a manual 6-speed, and it's fantastic. Now, let's touch on some of the things I've got in this car. So you got heated seats, so you got the driver's seat and passenger seat. They both have the heated seats. Obviously you got your light instruments down there. Obviously you got your driver controls either side, and then obviously we've got your aircon. For me, I know the variants come with LED fronted screens on these, which look nice, but for me, I just like things to be tactile, and for me it does the turn of the knob and you in the setting that you want. So it's one of one of the cool features I like about this car is obviously you can up and down the as you can see, well, I'll watch. Yeah. All right, you can go. Why is it not going down for me? Alright, okay, cool. I didn't know that. You have to hold it down to get it closed. Weird. There you go, it's done. Never done that before, so that's the first time on camera. There we go. So, and obviously you got your traction control. Forget what that one is, but I think that's something to do with stop start. I'm not too sure, but and then obviously you got your driver select, which you can select different some modes, and there are some of the modes there. I tend to have mine in individual, so I can change the actual sound of the engine and stuff like that, which you can actually go in and adjust all that yourself, which is nice. It's a shame there's not more in-depth things in it. Personally, everything should be done on like you do in racing games, where you have different bars and different settings, like out of 4 bars, and what them bars would be like. If you know old racing games like what games would we look at? Ridge Racer, and you have different indicators which car was faster. That's all you would like in a car, really. Just fundamental basic information that really make the difference. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So in this car, we do have storage either side of the car. You got them bins out, which probably fit a nice litre bottle of water or juice, whatever you need. Obviously you got your glove box. Obviously this one I've got a console bit here, which is nice, but only one cup holder, which I find it a bit disappointing. And obviously a phone place here. I'm not sure if that's wireless charging, but I won't be able to tell you that because my phone is a 15 max and it does not fit in the base of that compartment. So for me, I think that's a bit of a pointless use of space, but there we go. And obviously you got your cables for your USBs and whatnot. I don't think that's a very good location to have your cables, but there you go. And on here you got your stop start, your volume control, and this instrument here you can actually use that to write letters on, you know. So if you want a W, it'll then display it up there. But I just find that really counterintuitive. It's a pain in the ass, if I'm fair. That's another thing I dislike about this car. Obviously you got your parking brake, which is now just a button, which is easy to use, and I actually love it. And obviously stop start on this car as well, it's fantastic. It saves you that little bit of extra fuel and whatnot. So yeah, overall I can't complain about this car. And obviously on the driver's side you got your window buttons here as well, and also to adjust your window mirrors either side. The actual mirrors themselves are not power fold, they're just standard mirrors, which for me it's neither here or there. It doesn't really bother me about the power fold windows mirrors, so I'm not a big fan of them, but some people it's a must. So right, to get in is not the easiest. You have to be so nimble. So I'm in the back seat of my Audi TT, and just to give you a notion, look, so that seat's not all the way forward, okay, and it just right, and this is the problem here. See, what else am I supposed to do? You can't, it's not usable. So you have to be 5 foot below to get any use out of this back seat. So if you dwarfs, fantastic. If you got young kids below the age of 10 and not lanky, you'd probably be okay. If you got young kids that are in Isofix seats, you know, again, it's going to be pretty good. You're catered for. But it's not the most easiest car to get in. And now I've got to try and get out. You know, I've got to try. You see what I mean? And you've got such a big step. back in the car. So I hope you've liked this little review of my Audi TT. This is, like I said, my first time owning an Audi TT on an Audi car, and I have been very impressed by the sheer experience of driving one, the feel of it, the ride, the car's ability has been by far mind-blowing, and I've been really impressed. For me, if I was to go upgrade from this car, it would have to be the RS. I think if you're going to do something, you have to go balls deep, and you might as well go all in. So the RS would be the next car on my radar. If I could push the boat out further, the other German manufacturer I'd be really interested in would be the Porsche 911. Again, that's probably budget. If I had a spare 60 grand, I would definitely probably look at getting a 911. But that's pipe dreams, and sometimes you have to inspire and have the ambition to want to succeed, and enjoy the moments that you can in life. And you know, I've worked tirelessly hard to be where I am today. I'm not perfect in any stretch of imagination, but I like to think I persevere, and when I go in, I do things to the best of my ability and want to improve on aspects that I'm not good at. So in terms of plans for the future, well, I'm not going to do many crazy things in the car. In terms of interior, there's not a lot I'm going to do interior. I've already got the car upgraded in terms of the Apple CarPlay. That's now in. The only downside, because of the car variant, it's the older models, so I've got to plug it in using USB, which is near here or there, keeps my phone fully charged, so it's not a bad situation to be in. The only other things I would like to do with the car is wheels. I need to replace the alloys, get them changed, maybe look at getting the brake calipers switched out to something a bit more sportier, and anything that needs replacing in terms of the subframe, stuff like that. We'll get things done, and we'll get this car back into tip-top shape, get some of the paint problems sorted out, addressed at some point in the future. But yeah, so there's not many things I'm going to be doing to this car that are going to dramatically change the actual look of the car. The only thing I think will change the look of the car is the wheels, and other than that, I'm not going to do a lot. The car will be detailed at some point, because it does definitely need a good clean. So I think once we get the car paint sorted out, and then we have a good detail, I think that'll be fantastic. So thank you for watching. If you've liked what you've witnessed and you want to see more, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and who knows, but on